Right now this morning, a new report shows how Americans spent their money this summer. We'll have more info on the price index coming up. And a new experimental pill may soon help increase the lifespan of man's best friend. Later in the hour, how this revolutionary new drug may help keep Fido by your side a little longer.
Plus, we're going to be a little bit warmer today, and then we'll continue that into Thursday with rainfall chances. How about a chill coming in for Friday and for Saturday? I'll have all that coming up for you in my quick cast.
Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now, this morning.
Good morning. Thanks for watching News 8 Now this morning. I'm Alexandra Carter.
And I'm Art Jarrett.
It is Wednesday, September 4th. And when you say chill, you really mean chill, don't you?
I mean, people could get down to the freezing mark.
Wow.
In some cases, yeah. It'll be that chilly. In our highs, well, we'll see that in a second.
Also not too high, right?
No. I'm like going, California.
Sounding good, yeah.
All right, so this is what I've got going on for you, my friend. Hey, we're looking at, again, the possibility of temperatures running right now in the 50s and the 40s right now. By the time we get into, say, Saturday, we could see some of those numbers get into the 30s and the 40s. Possibly now for kids getting out to school, though, 65 degrees for you, mostly sunny skies expected. And then when you're coming back home, 82 degrees once you leave school, looking pretty nice with a whole lot of sunshine. So you might want to get out and enjoy that. Take a look at this, though. A little patchy fog still holding on to Boscobel. We're not expecting a lot of fog today because the winds are gusting up to at least 18 to about 20 miles per hour. That'll go throughout the day today. We'll also see, again, as I mentioned, warmer and breezy. Thursday, we've got the showers, maybe some storms associated with that as well. Friday, yeah, cooler. That'll carry over. Here's a look at those winds, as you see, getting up to 18 in some cases, possibly up to 17 for us here, then eventually getting near 20 miles per hour and then backing off in some cases. That being said, take a look at this, though, as I go into that rainfall. We go into overnight from Wednesday into Thursday here tonight, and you're going to see that rainfall coming in the morning, so you're going to need the umbrella for the kiddos if they're waiting for the bus heading out to school. And, of course, your highs for the day, 78 to at least 82 degrees. I'll have more about this for you in just a bit. Stick around.
Thank you, Art. Attention commuters, a traffic alert on I-90 this morning. According to WisDOT, the interstate is shut down at County Highway C near Camp Douglas due to a semi-tanker fire. The agency expects it'll be closed for over 2 hours and has not provided an alternate route. Black River Falls residents may also have to add a few extra minutes to your commute this morning as crews work to clean up a semi-fire there. About 3:15 this morning, a WisDOT camera, you see it here, captured a semi becoming fully engulfed in flames in the westbound lanes of State Route 54 near exit 116 in Black River Falls. WisDOT has not posted an alternate route or how long they expect the road to be closed. Summer might be winding down around us, but it doesn't feel that way in some places as tens of millions of Americans are still under heat alerts today. Utility companies say LA and San Diego power grids are holding up against the southwestern heat wave, but they are wanting people to reduce energy in the evening hours. The city of Phoenix is on a record-setting hot streak, marking 100 consecutive days above 100 degrees yesterday, and forecasters warn that trend will continue with the city expected to mark its 55th day above 110 degrees this year. The U.S. Department of Justice has charged several senior Hamas leaders over the October 7th attack. This marks the first step to holding Hamas accountable for crimes against Israeli civilians. 6 defendants facing 7 charges, including terrorism. Prosecutors say at least 43 Americans were killed. 10 more are missing or held hostage. Attorney General Merrick Garland issuing a stark warning yesterday.
We will pursue the terrorists responsible for murdering Americans and those who illegally provide them with material support for the rest of their lives.
The announcement also comes after an Israeli-American hostage was killed in Gaza over the weekend. Turning now to the race for the White House. Just 6 days before former President Trump and Vice President Kamala Harris are set to present their ideas for the country in their first debate. Today, both camps are expected to focus on the economy as they also zero in on one key battleground state. Jared Hill reports.
All eyes on the economy as Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump gear up for their first debate.
We have to get out and vote.
There are 2 very different visions for our nation.
Before settling in Pennsylvania until next Tuesday's matchup, today Harris is making her first visit to New Hampshire since 2021. There, she's set to unveil another part of her economic plan. The proposal includes boosting tax deductions for new small businesses from $5,000 to $50,000 and introducing a goal to have 25 million new small business applications in her first term. No details on how much this would cost. While CBS News ballot analysis shows every swing state is very tight, former President Trump still leads on the economy. Trump is pushing to extend the tax cuts he and Republicans enacted years ago and will deliver a speech Thursday in New York about the plans. Meanwhile, the Harris Walls reproductive bus tour continues rolling through Florida. Voters in at least 10 states, including Florida, have measures related to abortion on the ballot this fall. Trump has said he would vote to uphold Florida's ban, and last week said he'd make fertility services free for all Americans, but didn't say how the government would pay for it. All of this as mail-in ballots start going to some voters as soon as Friday, and early voting begins September 20th.
Former President Trump is scheduled to do a town hall tonight in Pennsylvania before making remarks in New York City. Election Day is 62 days away. President Biden is set to make a campaign stop in rural Vernon County tomorrow. According to the White House, he'll be in Westby, where he's expected to highlight how his policies have helped small-town Wisconsin families. His visit comes the week after former President Trump's town hall in La Crosse. Wisconsin Congressman Derek Van Orden toured ORC Industries in Arcadia with Ashley Furniture representatives. ORC Industries has packaged furniture parts for Ashley since 1978. Van Orden met employees and learned about the company's mission to promote independence for people with disabilities.
We got to understand that there's a place for these programs, and there's a lot of well-intending people that want to end these programs, and they simply just do not have a holistic understanding of people with profound disabilities and the different sets of benefits that are provided by the Social Security Administration and other parts of our government.
Van Orden will face off against Rebecca Cook in the November election. Wisconsin Democrats held a town hall in Green Bay, sounding the alarm on Project 2025. Madison area Congressman Mark Pocan hosted the event, highlighting concerns about the Conservative Heritage Foundation's blueprint for a potential second Trump presidency. The 900-page document outlines plans to abolish the Department of Education and restrict abortion and contraceptive access.
One, it's a power grab. Two, it's taking all the conservative principles they wanted to get done for years, puts it into here. Three, it takes a real rightward shift on religious extremism, and you're seeing a lot of that in Project 2025.
Former President Trump has denied any involvement in Project 2025. The project's contributors include many officials from his administration who've said on recordings that Trump is, quote, very supportive of what we do. Police have identified the suspect in the murder of a UW Whitewater gymnast. 23-year-old Chad Richards faces charges including first-degree intentional homicide. That was not him there. In the shooting death of 21-year-old Kara Welsh. Police say she was killed Friday inside an off-campus apartment in Whitewater. A suspect in a La Crosse drive-by shooting has accepted a plea deal. DeAndrew Grant is pleading guilty to a number of charges, including attempted first-degree intentional homicide. The charges stem from a June 2023 incident where he allegedly shot 6 people outside Polita's Pizza in downtown La Crosse. Several other felony counts have been dropped. Grant's previous claim of mental incompetence was denied by the courts. He'll be sentenced on November 1st. A former substitute teacher facing child sex crime charges has been released on a $5,000 signature bond. 22-year-old Zachary Weber, arrested in August while working at Durand, Arkansas School District, is accused of soliciting nude pictures from minors and sending explicit photos of himself. Weber faces charges of causing a child under 13 to view sexual activity and 3 counts of soliciting intimate representations of minors. A new judge will be appointed due to a conflict of interest, with court dates pending. A Necedah homeowner will not be charged for a house fire that killed 6 people. In June, a family of 6 was renting the property while on vacation. The house caught fire and killed all of them. The Juneau County District Attorney says he's reviewed police reports and is not advising criminal charges against the property owner. Winona County Board Commissioners are renewing efforts to ban new large-scale licensed dog breeding operations. News 8's Jeremy Wall has the update.
Winona County Board of Commissioners recently voted 3-2 to adopt an emergency measure on new dog breeding facilities.
It's been a long time coming, and we want to get this to fruition, especially with a 3-2 vote.
It includes a timeline that will not accept new applications for dog breeding facilities of 4 or more dogs in its rural areas. As we've previously reported, experts testify that it negatively impacts animals' mental, behavior, and emotional health. Commissioner Greg Olson is for the ban.
My dog has anxiety issues from growing up in a puppy mill situation.
But commissioners, including Marsha Ward, have other opinions.
There is no rational basis for us to, ban dog breeding in the agricultural zoned area because we allow all kinds of much larger scale animal operations.
Ward also believes the county would need to follow its zoning and land use ordinance for changing the existing conditional use permit process for banning this activity.
And we need to follow a process. This has happened before. A couple years ago, it went to the Planning Commission and a different assistant county attorney, and it was recommended to do nothing, that we continue working this process by the conditional use permit process.
The proposed drafting ordinance will be reviewed on October 8th. For News 8 Now this morning, I'm Jeremy Wall.
The Planning Commission will then have a public hearing on the ordinance in November. La Crosse facing a housing crunch, according to a new study recommended for adoption by the city's Judiciary and Administration Committee. The 2024 housing report reveals alarming trends. Half of La Crosse renters are cost burdened, and home sales have plummeted since 2019. City officials are particularly concerned that housing supply isn't keeping pace with demand. The study suggests overhauling zoning codes to spur creative housing developments and address the challenges.
We need about 200 to 230 units per year for the next decade to catch up to where we need to be.
We need all types, and what we're seeing is mostly large multifamily. We're just not seeing as much infill development or small incremental developers.
In the last decade, the city has averaged only 120 new units per year. The time now is 6:12. Still ahead on your morning news, Costco is raising its membership prices. The company is working on a cost-effective alternative to rockets. And the U.S. Open's signature honeydew drink surpasses $10 million in sales. New government numbers are giving a look into how Americans spent their money this summer. Coming up, more on the report and a look into what could happen to interest rates later this month. For now, we're sending you to break with something to put the good in your morning. Ecologists with the Australian Wildlife Conservancy have captured rare footage of a critically endangered juvenile northern hair-nosed wombat. It's considered Australia's wildest mammal, and it's estimated that there are only about 400 of them left. As you start to wake up this morning, leaving you with a quick wake-up call with the Paris on the Prairie. Never heard of that either. That's just what Chicago's called, apparently. Stay with us. Your morning consumer news is next.
Chart your career with a fabricator position at Chart Industries. Starting wage up to $30 per hour with no experience necessary. Excellent pay and awesome benefits. Apply now at jobs.chartindustries.com.
Improving your home, improving your life with new windows. If you are tired of old windows that don't open or close properly, that are drafty and cold, that are rotting and falling apart, your life can be better. Enjoy comfort, convenience, and peace of mind with new windows. Feel good when your home looks great inside and out. Call or visit the board store for a prompt free estimate. Get more for less today and every day. The Board Store, 524 Copeland, La Crosse.
To everyone out there who loves Culver's,
the feeling is mutual. Everything's made fresh.
Everything. Everything.
It's our pleasure.
This is me and my happy place.
I wouldn't trade our Culver's for any other restaurant.
Culver's. Yay! We love our guests.
Love. As much as our guests love us.
This is me and my happy place.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Yeah.
Oh,
you got to know yourself. Like some of you have given up on your garage. Like it's full of stuff and you've you quit, and that's okay. And when we take walks, people have their garages open. I am not somebody who looks into people's homes, but I'll look at the garage. If you got a classic car or something,
sure,
a boat, I'll look. But some of you, I think about 10, 15 years ago, you stopped really trying to park the car in there, and I'll admit that would be me. That would be me if it wasn't for Chelsea.
Well, I am really happy to tell you that we have already made a commitment at Gunderson to do that. So we have asked all of our folks that when you need to fly, that you please prioritize flying out of La Crosse. We believe it's really important. It's our duty. We're the largest employer in this community, and I want to make sure that this airport is here for the long run, and we're committed to that. So people are taking that seriously and doing just that.
Get ready for the holidays and save money during our fall sale at Interior Designs Holman. All of our carpets are on sale. You'll save money and get more for free. Free measuring and estimates in your home. Free furniture moving, even that heavy couch and king-size bed. Free removal of your old carpet and padding, and we'll recycle it. Free life of carpet labor warranty for as long as you own the carpet. All at the lowest prices of the year and 12 months no interest financing. Save money and get more for free during the biggest carpet sale of the year going on now at Interior Designs Holman.
Chart your career with a fabricator position at Chart Industries. Starting wage up to $30 per hour with no experience necessary. Excellent pay and awesome benefits. Apply now at jobs.chartindustries.com.
Good Wednesday morning to you. We are looking at temperatures still holding on to the 50s with some 40s smacked in there by Black River Falls and Sparta. Upper 50s for La Crosse at 58 degrees. Kiddos heading on out, though. You're looking at 65 degrees heading out to school today. Mostly clear skies to start. Then we get into sunshine for the better part of your day. Now, you're going to need the umbrella for tomorrow, though, as you get to the bus stop. And bear that in mind. I'll show you that in a bit. But first, there's a look at the fog. We have some drier conditions going through the day today. As you can see, holding on to 56 from 7 a.m. going all the way to at least 7 p.m. 74 degrees for you. So that sunshine is going to really stick with us today. We'll go to Clare, do the same thing. 54 degrees with a whole lot of sunshine, picking up at least 74 degrees by 7 p.m. But you're going to probably have a high of around 80 degrees. Breezy and gusty conditions today to ensue. So you're going to be seeing that up to about 20 miles per hour. Eau Claire, 22 miles per hour. You've got Arcadia at 18 miles per hour. La Crosse at 18, but that'll pick up as you go right through the afternoon and possibly tapering down as we get near the midnight hour. How about this, though? The rainfall, as I mentioned, 3 o'clock in the morning for you. And while we're all still sleeping, well, at least for some, I think I'll be at work by then, but we'll also be seeing Black River Falls holding on to La Crosse. A little bit of rainfall there popping there. So not a whole lot for us here. It continues to pick up as you go through Wausau to Marshfield down to Sparta and La Crosse at the 8:15 hour. So the kids may be in a little bit of rainfall, maybe even a storm or two. So please bear that in mind. Today, we're looking at temperatures from at least 78 to 82 degrees for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. You can see the time difference or temperature difference hanging on all the way from Thursday going into Saturday. I'll have more about this for you in just a little bit when I return, okay?
In your consumer news this morning, Costco is raising its membership prices for the first time since 2017. An annual membership went from $60 to $65. The executive membership rising from $120 to $130. The changes, which went into effect Sunday, will impact about 52 million memberships. It applies to new signups and renewals. A Seattle-based company is aiming to blast a space plane into orbit. The goal is to create a cost-effective alternative to rockets by doing away with rocket stages that either fall back to Earth or return for reuse. For launch, the space plane rides on top of a rocket-powered sled. The sled picks up speed along a 2-mile rail track before releasing the space plane. It then flies into orbit under the power of its own engines. It would carry a crew of up to 5 astronauts and be reusable up to 100 times. It could also be used to put satellites into orbit, conduct surveillance, or service space stations. Looks like a shark, doesn't it? Spectators at the U.S. Open are getting their drink on. Sales for the tournament signature drink are set to surpass $10 million this year. The Honey Deuce is a mix of Grey Goose vodka, lemonade, and raspberry liqueur. It comes in a commemorative plastic cup and is topped with 3 pieces of honeydew melon scooped to look like tennis balls. The price has gone up 4 times in the past 5 years, jumping now to $23 each this year. New government numbers are giving us a look at how Americans spent their money over the summer, apparently on those drinks. And the view could impact what happens to interest rates later this month. Emily Schmidt reports what this could mean for you.
In summer terms, the 4th of July may feel like a lifetime ago. But in economic terms, what was happening then is just now coming to light.
Consumer spending was strong in July. 0.4% for the month, just below 3% year over year.
Commerce Department figures released Friday show stronger than expected spending, with the Personal Consumption Expenditures Price Index, or PCE, inflation gauge holding steady. That's also better than expected.
It means continued movement in the right direction with easing inflation.
You may have noticed one sign already.
We are actually seeing relief at the pump. So $3.35 national average. That's a reduction of about 50 cents since last Labor Day, and the lowest Labor Day gas prices we've seen in 3 years.
The numbers in the Commerce Department report are likely to play out on the campaign trail over the next 2 months, as both inflation and borrowing costs continue to be top concerns for voters.
I'm very proud of the work that we have done that has brought inflation down to less than 3%.
Together, we will deliver low taxes, low regulations, low energy costs, low interest rates, low inflation, so that everyone can afford groceries, a car, and a home.
But the most critical result of the PCE could become clear in just a couple of weeks, when the Fed announces if it will or will not cut interest rates for the first time since 2020.
The Commerce Department report also shows more spending but less savings. In the new reports, the percentage of disposable income people put away each month dipped below 3%, the lowest in more than 2 years. That's it for your morning consumer news. Time now is 6:21. Let's check back in with News 8 meteorologist Art Jarrett for a look at our forecast.
All right, fog really not the issue this early morning, my friends. We're going to be seeing some breezy and gusty winds, though, and that's going to usher in the possibility of decreasing your fog. Right now, we hold it over in areas by Boscobel, and then eventually you'll see that over in Prairie du Chien. But right now, La Crosse is looking pretty good, as well as areas up in Eau Claire and Ladysmith. Hey, Thursday, tomorrow, we're going to be in the rainfall around this time, and that will continue through the afternoon. We'll get some showers and storms in there, and then by Friday, we're looking at cooler conditions as colder air comes in from Canada, and that means that's going to linger into Saturday as well. We could see some breezy winds possibly for Friday, and that could bring in a wind chill as well going into the morning for Saturday. Hey, check a look as we go into it. Mild today. We'll be a little bit warmer today than we go into Thursday. You're going to still feel the mild, and Friday is going to be much cooler. Frost potential coming in for a Saturday, as I mentioned, and that, my friends, is going to carry over possibly into Sunday with some cooler conditions as well. We won't be as cool on Sunday that Saturday is. Saturday will be the coolest day or the chilliest day of the week. Hey, check it out. So we'll go into it Saturday. You see that cool still holding on, then eventually it scoots on with the troughing pattern over to the Great Lakes and continues on, and then eventually tacks up a little bit more into the southeastern portion of Canada. That being said, we get out of this and then we'll hold on to the possibility of better conditions for us as we get into next week. Today's forecast for the highs today, you're looking at 78 in Ladysmith, 80 up in Eau Claire, 80 for Winona. You get into La Crosse, about 82 degrees for you. Very comfortable, a little bit warmer. We'll also see those lower 80s as you get into areas by Volkfield, Viroqua, about 77 degrees, and 80 for Prairie du Chien, about 82 for Boscobel. Hey, that rainfall is going to sneak in. There's some other portions of this as we go through the morning. So it's going to start up in Ladysmith as we go about 3 o'clock in the morning. Then you're going to eventually see that kind of tack down. You can follow the cloud cover here. That's where it's all going to start to get into Eau Claire and then eventually kind of tack down here. This is the southern stretch of this storm, and when it's almost over on the last portion here. As that continues out, it'll carry over into at least the latter portion of the commute. Getting into the mid-evening, we should be done with a little bit of sprinkles coming right through areas by Ladysmith. Your rain amounts, not a lot. Ladysmith, about 1/4 of an inch or less. We'll pick up La Crosse, holding on to about 1/10 of an inch or less. About 1/2 an inch for Boscobel. You've got that big storm sweeping through you there, and Eau Claire doesn't look like it's really even going to take anything into the bucket. How about this, though? We'll finish out with 82 degrees expected as you go into today. A whole lot of sunshine, though. That's a good-looking day. In fact, we'll go into Thursday with a 50% chance of showers, tapering down at least to about a 30% going into the overnight, then a 20% for Friday in the morning. Cooler conditions, though. Look at that temperature range. 79, then dipping down to 70 degrees. That's the warmest of the temperatures, getting into 68 for Saturday. Sunday, about 73 for your high. Back to you.
Thank you, Art. The time now is 6:24. Let's Still ahead on your morning news, an experimental pill may soon help extend your dog's life. Coming up, how this possibly revolutionary drug could help keep man's best friend by your side even longer.
Coming up in the Blitz, MVC action from the pitch and volleyball court from Tuesday night. Plus, one football team is riding high after a 2-0 start. Hear how the team is feeling heading into week 3.
Get up to 60% off list prices on hundreds of items at the huge Labor Day sale at Slumberland Furniture.
Get this power recliner for a steal, or a super padded, family-friendly reclining sectional.
Up to 60% off at the huge Labor Day sale at Slumberland Furniture.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
Everyday prices are too high. Food, rent, gas, back to school clothes. That is called Bidenomics. A loaf of bread costs 50% more today. Ground beef is up almost 50%. There's not much left at the end of the month. Bidenomics is working. The price of housing has gone up. It feels so hard to just be able to get ahead. And we are very proud of Bidenomics.
Arby's is full of choices. Quick, you can get your favorite stuff. 3 for $5.
Pretty good.
Incredible value for a limited time. Reach in and eat whatever you grab. Arby's, we have the meat.
You just have to get in the seat of a John Deere Gator XUV 835M. Not because of the spacious cargo box, or because it can tackle any terrain. Not even because it tows up to 4,000 pounds. You just have to get in the seat because something about being this productive just makes you smile.
Visit Tractor Central, take a seat, and see for yourself why nothing runs like a Deere. Start now at TractorCentral.com.
At Overhead Door Company, we repair any garage door and only install the best. Serving up to 100 miles outside of the Onalaska, Wisconsin area. When you need a door company you can trust with your life, call Overhead Door Company of the Seven Rivers region.
Labor Day exclusive. See the brand new Nectar Premier Hybrid first at Slumberland with a cooling cover and gel memory foam for pressure relief, only $10.99. Or shop America's favorite brands. Hurry, and soon at Slumberland.
Friday Night Frenzy, Friday at 10 on News 8.
To the Blitz, high school volleyball returned last week, and teams are still trying to knock off a little bit of rust before the heart of the season gets started. That's what we had last night at Logan High School as the Rangers were hosting Sparta in NBC play. First set action, Rangers with the serve. Sparta defending. Brooke Evans is going to set it up, and Ellie Falker is going to knock it down. Rangers cannot get to it. Point the Spartans. Later in the set, both teams battling. Rangers setting it up. Nora Keller passing it over to Kaya DePaulo. Perfect spot as she gets the kill. Point Logan, but the Spartans started to heat up. Emerson Downing with the serve, drops it in there for the ace. Then on set point, Downing again, and the Rangers cannot come up with a return. Sparta takes the set, and they would go on to win 3-1. How about a little MVC soccer action? Aquinas hosting Toma. Blue Gold's already up 1-0 when there's a foul inside the box on a push. So Simon Weiser steps up to try to double a lead, and the senior slots it home in the bottom left corner. And later in the first half, hosts on the attack again. Once more, it's an ill-advised tackle attempt. Too close to the net, so Weiser steps up looking for another. But Brennan Brown throws a paw at it to get the save. So we go to the second half. And under 4 minutes in, it's a bad pass from the Toma goalkeeper, which finds the feet of Vincent Barr. And check out the left-footed strike by the Aquinas attacker. You will not see much better than that. Blue Goals win by 3. And we got a bunch of teams who are off to 2-0 starts in the football season. One of those teams being the Luther Knights. They've got wins over Blair Taylor and Bangor to start this season. But now it's time for conference play. The Knights are back in the Cooley Conference for the first time since 2019. Luther has made the playoffs each of the last 3 seasons, and now in his 3rd season as starting quarterback, Jackson Kendall is confident in his game, even though pregame butterflies are still there.
You still get nervous before every game, but that's a good thing, and
the experience has definitely helped me. The game has definitely slowed down a lot. My sophomore year was going really fast, and I always didn't make the right plays and just didn't always execute them the best that I could. And this year it's slowed down, and I know where to go with the ball more and just know what to do with it.
Now the team has faced an injury bug a little bit here in the early part of the season as they've seen a couple of offensive linemen go down, but it's next man up mentality, and they know they just need a few seconds so Kendall can go out and make a play.
Up front, we just know if we give him time, he'll make something happen, so it just gives us a little more drive to give him that extra few seconds, whatever it is.
I've seen him really evolve that way with managing the game even better and managing the teammates now too. So his leadership has been just outstanding.
And Coach Colmay is also excited about the defensive improvements this year as that unit has collected a shutout last week. The Knights begin conference play later this week when they host GET, and you can catch those highlights right here on the Friday Night Frenzy. That's all for today's edition of The Blitz. We'll see you tonight.
Right now, it's the Labor Day sale at Home Furniture. Get up to an extra 10% off sale prices, like this counter table and 4 chairs for just $999. Or pay no interest for 3 years during the Labor Day sale, going on now at Home Furniture.
More lies from Donald Trump. The truth? On Kamala Harris's watch, violent crime went down. Her record as district attorney and attorney general? Locking up child abusers, online predators, and violent offenders, and shutting down international drug cartels. Under Donald Trump, a violent crime wave, and Trump ordered MAGA extremists to kill the bipartisan border security bill. Trump just talks tough. Kamala Harris is tough.
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
After I decided my pain was too much, and my doctor actually suggested that I do visit the Good Feet store. Pretty amazing when they put the arch supports in your shoe and you walk around and you realize there's not pain, and you think, how can this arch support in my shoe make my back pain go away? But it works. And how can it make my knee pain go away? It was incredible.
Hip, knee, or back pain? See if arch supports can help you at the Good Feet store.
One of the biggest mistakes you can make when shopping for a car is committing to a loan payment. Once you do that, you've lost control over the entire transaction. Control over the price of the car, what you're gonna get in trade, maybe even your interest rate. So if you want someone to help you along with this transaction, give me a call or one of my great loan officers.
Everybody's welcome at Firefighters Credit Union.
Get ready for the holidays and save money during our fall sale at Interior Designs Holman. All of our carpets are on sale. You'll save money and get more for free. Free measuring and estimates in your home. Free furniture moving, even that heavy couch and king-size bed. Free removal of your old carpet and padding, and we'll recycle it. Free life of carpet labor warranty for as long as you own the carpet. All at the lowest prices of the year and 12 months no interest financing. Save money and get more for free during the biggest carpet sale of the year going on now at Interior Designs Holman.
To everyone out there who loves Culver's,
the feeling is mutual. Everything's made fresh.
Everything. Everything.
It's our pleasure.
This is me and my happy place.
I wouldn't trade our Culver's for any other restaurant. Culver's. Yay! We love our guests.
Love. As much as our guests love us.
This has been my happy place.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
It's the Labor Day mattress sale at Home Sleep Express. Get up to an extra 10% off sale prices or pay no interest for 3 years on quality mattress brands Luxuria and Thomas Cole Sleep during the Labor Day mattress sale, going on now at Home Sleep Express.
The First Warn Weather app. Download it today. Expect more from News 8 Now. Thanks for watching.
In your morning medical news, turns out your cell phone won't give you brain cancer. New World Health Organization research dismisses the link between cell phone use and brain cancer. Despite concerns about radio wave emissions and proximity to the head, a comprehensive review of over 5,000 studies from '94 to 2022 found no association between mobile phone use and brain cancer or other health issues. This extensive analysis puts to rest long-standing fears and occasional studies suggesting a potential link. Helping dogs live longer, better lives. That's the aim of a new experimental drug. It's a pill designed to slow down the aging process so our pets can be with us a little longer. CBS's Stephanie Stahl reports.
He's just such a happy-go-lucky dog.
It was love at first sight when Brent Sheldon's family first saw Riley.
He does not fail to put a smile on our face every day.
Hoping to keep him around as long as possible, the 10-and-a-half-year-old Corgi is part of a clinical trial for an experimental drug to improve and extend the lives of dogs.
I didn't even have to think about it.
That obviously is every dog owner's dream. You know, is how can I keep my best friend alive and healthier and happy longer?
Dr. Sam Geller with the Quakertown Veterinary Clinic says he's enrolled about 50 dogs and is accepting more to test the daily pill.
So it helps with potentially preventing insulin resistance. It helps with managing fats in your body. It helps with managing lipids in the bloodstream.
The way the study is designed, half of the dogs are getting the real drug, the other half are getting a placebo, but we don't know which one Riley is getting.
The FDA wants you to show that your drug is better than a sugar pill.
In accepting the clinical trial, the FDA said there is a reasonable expectation of effectiveness.
This medication is intended to help preserve metabolic health.
Loyal's Director of Veterinary Medicine, Brennan McKenzie, says the drug works on the principle of calorie restriction that's been shown to help canine and human health, but there's no limit on what the dogs eat.
The way that this drug works is essentially to activate some of the same pathways in the body that caloric restriction activates, but in a way that is safer and more convenient, because none of us want to starve our dogs in order to make them live longer.
The study is aiming to include more than 1,000 dogs. Brent is hopeful it will keep Riley around as long as possible.
Researchers don't know how long this could extend life, months or years. That's what the 4-year research will examine. The nationwide study is currently enrolling larger dogs, at least 10 years old. Eau Claire students kicked off the new school year with a special welcome from Governor Tony Evers yesterday. The governor stopped by Manns Elementary as part of his annual Back to School tour. Governor Evers, a former educator himself, has made investing in Wisconsin's schools a top priority throughout his administration, something he says he'll continue to fight for, as well as school funding at the state level.
We can't have our school districts, constantly going to the taxpayers to ask for more money just to keep the doors open. We can do better at the state level, and we'll do whatever we can in the next budget to make sure that that money is there.
After lunch, the governor headed to Superior Middle School, then made his way to Milwaukee to stop at schools there. Onalaska middle school students are starting up in the midst of a $50 million renovation project, construction of a 2-story addition for classrooms, an artificial turf area, and a new roadway on the north side of the building for family drop-offs and pickups have already been completed. The new roadway will make drop-offs and pickups much easier for families and staff.
It's going to be great, though, to have a dedicated drop-off and pickup lane so that we don't need to be clogging up the city streets with that. And so having a dedicated space for that will just make it safer and, just a more smooth process as well.
Additions to 8th grade classrooms and a 21,000 square foot Boys and Girls Club are among construction projects still underway. Those renovations set to be finished by the end of next summer. The time now is 6:38. Let's check back in with Art to tell us what to expect on our morning commute.
All right, on the way, we start off with some clouds, maybe just mostly sunny to mostly clear, if you want to call it that, as the sun is coming up. And you're going to see a sunny day for the day. Then we start to feel a little bit warmer today as well, and breezy. Wind gusts will get up to 20 miles per hour plus in some locations, and especially from the west of the river, then working its way closer to us. Then we get into Thursday. We've got some showers and storms possibly. The thing is, it's been weakening a lot lately, so a lot of that is mostly well up to the north for the big storms, and then once it gets down to our area in the central portion, down to the southern portion, you're going to see some light to moderate to possibly heavy storms coming in, hitting Boscobel. Then we go into Friday. Cooler air is coming in from Canada. That's going to cool us down, as well as a ridge of high pressure is really kind of thinning out, and that's going to usher in that potential for frost going into Saturday, so we're going to be cooler and chilly. So what's happening here as we go through the day, you'll pick up that rainfall as we finish out going into the overnight hours, and then you see that rain coming into Ladysmith around 6:30. Now, this was supposed to come in a lot later in the day. Now it's starting to come in the morning. You see it sliding all the way down to La Crosse. The kids will be in a little bit of rainfall as they go right into the possibility of the early morning pickup. You'll see the heavy stuff well up to the north. Then it comes back again. You'll see down by Decorah as well as Boscobel, Prairie du Chien. They pick up another batch of that. Some heavy stuff for possibly for a Boscobel. And in fact, there's not severe weather associated with this to let you know as well. Then you're going to see by the time we finish out by 7 o'clock, maybe a sprinkle all the way into portions of Ladysmith. Current temperatures right now, 41 to about 58 degrees. Get out and enjoy it if you can. Have a great day. Back to you. All right, first we've got here, though, Lady Gaga is about to drop the first single from her upcoming album. More about her single to set and release by October, and details on the upcoming album when we return. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Holman Locker and Meat Market, your place for fresh, quality, local meat. Now's the time to stock up with our fall bundle. Call and order yours today. Eat healthy, shop local at your Holman Locker and Meat Market, and much, much more.
We know Wisconsin workers can get the job done.
But China has been taking our jobs.
For years, our government built America's infrastructure with Chinese iron and steel. I said that's gotta change.
Tammy Baldwin wrote the law to make sure American projects are made with American iron and steel. Now we're getting more work in Wisconsin.
With Wisconsin workers. Tammy Baldwin stood up to China and our government. She got the job done.
I'm Tammy Baldwin. I approve this message.
Improving your home, improving your life with a better bathroom. In just a day or two, you can enjoy a wonderful new tub or shower that is attractive, easy to care for, and safe. New fixtures, shelves for storage, and grab bars for safety. Be safe, be happy, enjoy bathing again. Be even happier with everything new. Comfort Height toilet, vanity, sink, faucet, mirror, light, and new flooring. Call or visit the board store for a prompt free estimate. Get more for less today and every day.
You just have to get in the seat of a John Deere Gator XUV 835M, not because of the spacious cargo box, or because it can tackle any terrain, not even because it tows up to 4,000 pounds. You just have to get in the seat because something about being this productive just makes you smile.
Visit Tractor Central, take a seat, and see for yourself why nothing runs like a Deere. Start now at TractorCentral.com.
Transform your home's exterior with our new award-winning collection of steel roofing products at River Valley Remodelers. Our new products offer timeless and traditional shingle appeal with long-lasting durability for our Midwest weather. If you're seeking style and protection for your home, give us a call today or scan the QR code below for a free consult design, and we'll get you exactly what you're looking for. River Valley Remodelers. Improve your home, build our community.
Where's the best place for local fresh quality meat? The Holman Locker and Meat Market, of course. Purchase a minimum of 25 pounds of 90% lean ground beef, $5.69 per pound, or 85% lean for $5.49 per pound. Shop local at your Holman Locker and Meat Market, and much, much more.
Well, good morning to you. Take a look at this, though. Current temperature still from the low 40s all the way up to the middle 50s and then down to the upper 50s. You get into La Crosse right here at 58 degrees. We're holding on to fair skies right now. Well, a little bit warmer today than mild as you go right into Thursday. In fact, we'll see temperatures continue to cool, though, once we get into Friday. Cooler temperatures with all that cold air coming from Canada. Then it really starts to settle in going into Saturday. We were supposed to have the whole weekend. Now it's starting to wane. Most of that colder air is going to be over the Great Lakes and up and out of the area to our east. And that's good news for us, I guess. We'll go into Friday, you see 3 o'clock, and we're going to see that cooler air starting to come in from Canada. It really just kind of drops down on us as we go into Saturday morning at 4 a.m. in the morning, continues on all the way into the 9 o'clock hour. It's going to be just really cold with a possibility of frost into your forecast. Now, once we get into the afternoon, it gets up to about 68 degrees, so we're a little bit showing warmer conditions going into Saturday, even though we're well below seasonal average by about 10 degrees or more. That carries over into Sunday as well, and that means colder temperatures. This is a look at the colder air overnight. I mean, that's going to be some very cold air coming in for Saturday, and it's going to be widespread, going all the way down to Tennessee possibly. And as you see, the jet stream is going to keep that cool air with us as we go right through Saturday and into Sunday. That whole troughing pattern stays over the Great Lakes, and then it begins to track a little bit more so into Alberta, and up and out it goes, kicking out into Canada. All right, high temperatures today, well, some 70s, some upper 70s to around the low 80s today. You're going to be seeing these temperatures to be a little bit warmer than what we had yesterday, of course, and so you're going to feel the heat. You're going to feel some breezy and gusty winds as well, and that's going to carry over from the west, working across the Mississippi and into our area. Here you see the rainfall again. The tail end of that I showed you again is going to be hitting Boscobel with some heavy rainfall, so they'll get at least up to maybe a half an inch, maybe a wee bit more. Everybody else is about a quarter of an inch or less, and that's how it all plays out. You can see Boscobel gets up to about a half an inch. You get into Sparta about a quarter of an inch. Same for Vogue Field. La Crosse, we're less than 1/10 of an inch possibly, and then up in the Ladysmith, that's where the big storms really begin. You've got a quarter of an inch all the way up to areas by Owasso as well. Eau Claire, not really much coming in. And then, of course, your temperatures. We're getting to the 82-degree mark today with a whole lot of sunshine. It's a beautiful day, and we are much cooler than a lot of other people across the country, so get out and enjoy that if you can. 50% chance of rainfall tomorrow, some storms associated with that as well, mostly up to the north and down to our south. We'll get a taste of it, though. 20% chance on Friday. Cooler conditions. Look at that. 79 to 70 degrees, much cooler. 68 on Saturday. 73 degrees for your highs getting into Sunday, and then starting to bump up temperatures back into the mild for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Back to you.
In our Morning Buzz report, Lady Gaga is about to drop the first single from her upcoming album. The singer teased the October release in a social media post over the weekend. The new song follows her recent surprise single with Bruno Mars, Die With a Smile. Little is known about the new album, but Gaga has been working on it for several months. The full album is expected to drop late this year or early next. Lego and Pixar teaming up to create Lego Pixar Bricktoons. The new series of animated shorts puts a Lego spin on popular Pixar characters and familiar franchises like Cars, Finding Nemo, and Brave. All 5 episodes are streaming now on Disney+. The Dave Matthews Band Fall Tour is kicking off November 15th in Pittsburgh. Other shows are scheduled in Ohio, Connecticut, and New York. And in more DMB news, the band will be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in October.
My mom went to the door. We were not expecting a clown with flowers. And I heard, "Oh, how pretty." And I heard, "Bang."
And on the season finale of the real CSI Miami, investigators used forensics to solve the 1990 cold case of a woman murdered by a mysterious clown. Find out how detectives found the killer clown tonight on CBS. I used to love CSI Miami. That was my show in high school.
Show.
Yeah, I didn't know they made like a documentary about it. And before we head to break, it's time to look at today's Look Who's 8.
All right, hey, Trey is turning 8 months old today. He says he enjoys graham crackers and loves to play trains with his older brother.
And Karen is turning 80. She loves to spend time with her close friends and family. Happy birthday.
All right, if you know a special someone turning 8 weeks, 8 months, 8 years, 18, 80, or 88 years old soon, we'd love to feature them.
That's right. Just upload their photo to our website, news8000.com, and look for the Submit Pictures button underneath the Home tab. The time now is 6:48. Stay with us. We have everything you need to know in 5 minutes or less. Your morning news now is up next.
This Thursday, one day only, earn a 25-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $50. That's a 25-cent fuel saver for every $50 you spend in-store and online. Thursday only, and only at Hy-Vee.
Huge selection of rugs and art under the white tent in the Valley View Mall parking lot. Multiple sizes including brown rugs and so much more. Hurry, don't miss this.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
Everyday prices are too high. Food, rent, gas, back to school clothes. That is called Bidenomics. A loaf of bread costs 50% more today. Ground beef is up almost 50%. There's not much left at the end of the month. Bidenomics is working. The price of housing has gone up. It feels so hard to just be able to get ahead. And we are very proud of Bidenomics.
I'm Steve from Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions. If you have trouble opening a window or keeping one in place, you may have frame damage, worn materials, or even hidden problems you can't see. You need a trusted window company to evaluate it, check for hidden issues, and possibly replace the window. Our team will complete our Weather Guardian 15-step installation process on every job to ensure your home and family are safe before we leave. Call now for free installation and 48 months interest-free financing. Choose Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions or something less.
Whatever you were thinking, think bigger. It's the King Furniture Labor Day sale. Bigger selection and bigger discounts. Get up to 60% off the biggest names in furniture and 0% financing. Whoa, now that's big. Shop our huge inventory of in-stock furniture and have it in your home quick with free delivery. You won't want to miss this. It's the Labor Day sale going on now at King Furniture.
We're an implant-focused practice. I think the advantage of a father-daughter practice is, I've been at this for 30 years now. I learned things that worked well and things that didn't work so well.
And it was fun to be able to just jump in and kind of complement that. I feel like it made both of us stronger.
You don't expect it when you walk into a dental office. You don't expect the family aspect, but when you walk into our doors, we're going to give you that.
If you think you have a full mouth of challenges, come see us. Come down for a free consultation.
Selection of rugs and art under the white tent in the Valley View Mall parking lot. Inventory is priced to sell, so stop in today. Hurry, don't miss this.
This Thursday, one day only, earn a 25-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $50. That's a 25-cent fuel saver for every $50 you spend in-store and online. Thursday only, and only at Hy-Vee.
Get the day's news in your inbox. Email newsletters from News 8 Now. Sign up today. Go to news8000.com/newsletters to get started.
Welcome back. It's 6:51. Time for your morning news now. And attention commuters, a traffic alert for you on I-90 this morning. According to WisDOT, the interstate is shut down at County Highway C near Camp Douglas due to a semi-tanker fire. The agency expects it'll be closed for over 2 hours and has not provided an alternate route. Black River Falls residents may also have to add a few extra minutes to your commute this morning as crews work to clean up this semi-fire. Around 3:15 this morning, a WisDOT camera captured a semi becoming fully engulfed in flames just off the interstate on Wisconsin State Route 54. WisDOT has not posted an alternate route and expects the road will be closed for more than 2 hours. A suspect in the La Crosse drive-by shooting has accepted a plea deal. DeAndrew Grant is pleading guilty to a number of charges, including attempted first-degree intentional homicide. The charges stem from a June 2023 incident where Grant allegedly shot 6 people outside Polita's Pizza in downtown La Crosse. Several other felony counts have been dropped. Grant's previous claim of mental incompetence was denied by the courts. He'll be sentenced November 1st. A Necedah homeowner will not be charged for a house fire that killed 6 people. Back in June, a family of 6 was renting the property on vacation. The house caught fire and killed all 6. The Juneau County District Attorney has reviewed police reports and says he's not advising criminal charges against the property owner. Vice President Kamala Harris set to unveil new economic proposals today in New Hampshire. Harris plans to announce benefits for entrepreneurs and small businesses. A campaign official says she'll propose expanding tax deductions for startup costs and removing regulatory hurdles for smaller businesses, including filing requirements and operational licenses. President Biden is set to make a campaign stop in rural Vernon County this week. According to the White House, he'll be in Westby tomorrow. He's expected to highlight how his policies have helped small-town Wisconsin families. His visit comes the week after former President Trump's town hall in La Crosse. Winona County Board Commissioners are once again pursuing a ban on new large-scale licensed dog breeding operations. Since 2016, Winona County has been trying to ban these facilities in its rural area because of the negative impacts on the health of dogs. If the interim ordinance passes, new applications for large dog breeding facilities won't be accepted.
My dog has anxiety issues from being growing up in a puppy mill situation.
There is no rational basis for us to, ban dog breeding in the agricultural zoned area because we allow all kinds of much larger scale animal operations.
The Planning Commission will have a public hearing on the ordinance in November. The board will vote on the interim ordinance in December. La Crosse facing a housing crunch, according to a new study recommended for adoption by the city's Judiciary and Administration Committee. The 2024 housing report reveals alarming trends. Half of La Crosse renters are cost burdens, and home sales have plummeted since 2019. City officials are particularly concerned that housing supply isn't keeping pace with demand. The study suggests overhauling zoning codes to spur creative housing developments to address the issues.
We need about 200 to 230 units per year for the next decade to catch up to where we need to be.
We need all types, and what we're seeing is mostly large multifamily. We're just not seeing as much infill development or small incremental developers.
In the last decade, the city has averaged 120 new units a year.
All right, nice looking sunshine today. If you have time and you're working, well, maybe take a little me time for yourself. And if you have more time, well, bask, I say, bask in that sunshine. Temperatures from 78 to about 82 degrees. Get out and enjoy it because rainfall's coming tomorrow. That's going to be in the morning. Umbrella for the kiddos going to school tomorrow and possibly on the way home as well. You're going to be looking at conditions to be like this. 82 degrees today, 79 tomorrow with some showers and storms. Cooler as we go into Friday, and that carries over into Saturday with frost potential. Yeah, you're going to see that high of 68 degrees and a high of 73 on Sunday.
All right, well, after watching 8 seasons of the epic saga Game of Thrones, fans can now enter what may be a competition on par with the battle for the Iron Throne, an auction of prized memorabilia. The more than 2,000 items include Jaime Lannister's full suit of armor and sword, Jon Snow's notorious Longclaw sword, and the hand of the Queen pin donned by Peter Dinklage as Tyrion, sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Do you know, Art?
I do not.
All right, Tyrion Lannister for fans who want to snag a piece of history. The vast collection is now open for preliminary bidding, with the auction taking place in October. All right, a lot of people will be excited about that.
Yes, they will. Summer's or winter's coming, whatever it is.
Right, yes.
Yeah.
Ah, perfect.
Yeah, how about some joy and laughter instead of violence?
Yeah. You're more into that, right? All right. Thank you for starting your morning with us. We will see you back here at noon.